what I'm going to do is just share my screen, hopefully, and I can tell you a little bit about what we do here at the credit union. So hopefully you can see my screen there. So financial wellbeing Stockport Credit Union, and I've called it financial wellbeing because basically that's what we're about, helping people to achieve financial wellbeing. So if I can just move on. So who are we? So basically we're a non-for-profit organisation and we exist solely to help the residents and employees of Stockport achieve financial freedom. So that's why we are here. So when did we begin? So 30 years ago, a group of volunteers embarked on a mission to achieve social good in Stockport, and they formed a credit union. So it was just volunteers, sort of back of a church hall type of thing, got together and started our credit union. Obviously our organisation looks very, very different today, but our mission has stayed exactly the same. So, you know, the heart of what those volunteers started 30 years ago is very much still what we are aiming towards. But obviously we've now developed and sort of gone with the times, invested in some technology and whatnot, and improved our service offer. So what is a credit union? Maybe I should have started with this bit for anybody that doesn't actually know what a credit union is. So basically a credit union is a non-profit organisation, and we're a social enterprise, financial cooperative, and basically we provide affordable loans and savings to people who live and work in Stockport. So all credit unions have got a common bond, and that common bond means it's their criteria, so to speak. So Stockport Credit Union, their criteria is that you have to live or work in Stockport to become a member. So what do we mean by non-for-profit organisation? Because actually we do make a small profit. What we mean is that we don't have the hungry mouths of shareholders to feed. Any profit that we do make, it goes back into the business. So we've got running costs to cover. Obviously we've got some staff costs that we need to cover, and then anything over that, that's what we do to reduce our loan interest rates. And then also the members that save with us, we give them back any profit extra that we make in form of a dividend. So that's an annual dividend. And we work hard to keep our organisation sustainable. So 30 years ago, when the group of volunteers kind of set the credit union up, and probably several years after, we were quite reliant on grant funding. Now, grant funding, as you probably all know, it tends to have dried up very quickly. So basically we need to make sure that we are sustainable. So, you know, like I say, we do have to charge a small interest on our loans, but it's very, very minimal. And it's basically to cover our running costs only. Our savings are FSCS protected, just like they are in a bank. And like I say, any loans that we do are very fair priced. So we provide fair price savings and loans to enable you to be better prepared for both planned and unexpected expenses in the future. So there's kind of two parts to our credit union. So as I said, in our common bond, we help people who live and work in Stockport. So I'm going to start with the residents. How do we help the residents? So basically, we're offering an alternative to loan sharks and high interest lenders. So we can help people get a fresh start. So people that have maybe had problems with the credit in the past, and they might not be able to go to their local high street bank to get a loan because they're likely to be declined. And they may feel that their only option is to either apply to a very high interest lender, or unfortunately a legal money lender or a loan shark. It's funny because I was speaking to somebody a couple of weeks ago who sort of said, the loan sharks still exist, they're not a thing. Actually, yes, they are, they very much do exist. Unfortunately, they don't come dressed as your door in a shark outfit. You know, they can be, come across all very friendly, and often they are very friendly at first, but you know that doesn't last if you're unable to pay back. So like I say, it's offering that alternative. We encourage savings, so every single loan that we do comes with a savings plan, and this is a real important thing about what the credit union does. So if I can try and put it into context for you with an example, say somebody did a loan for £300, for example, and they were paying back £25 a month, we'd ask them to top that up to an extra £5, say, and that would be locked into savings. And what that means is when the term of the loan is finished, they've actually got a little pot of money that they've saved up. And it's just to try and get them into a savings habit and try and get them out of this circle of lending. Now, often the people that we help have never, ever had any savings in their life. So, you know, if they can see that little pot of money that's being topped up every month or every week, depending on what that loan repayment looks like, it's a real good sort of pride thing. And we've invested in our services last year. We've now got a member area where they can log on and actually see the savings built up. But like I say, that savings is locked, so they can't actually access that until they pay the loan off. So it serves a couple of purposes. A, it's a fantastic thing for the member because they're saving up the money. But B, because obviously it's members' money that we're lending out to residents, it gives them an incentive to continue to pay the loan back, because often they're quite high risk, the people that we lend money to. And like I say, if they've got a little savings pot there, they're less likely to walk away from the loan if they know they're going to get the pot of savings at the end. So it's kind of got a couple of benefits. What else we offer to residents is that we're all local Stockport staff, so we can signpost to local offers. We work very, very closely with Stockport Council, Stockport Homes, lots of different Stockport organisations. So, you know, if it is that we can't help somebody that comes to us for some help, we absolutely will be able to signpost them to somebody who can help. Citizens Advice, so I was at a meeting with them yesterday. We work very closely with them. We do find that a lot of the services do go hand in hand. Like for example, the pantry, you know, if somebody comes to us, they're struggling to feed the children for that week, is it the right thing to do them a loan for food, or is it the right thing to tell them about the pantry? Well, actually, the pantry is probably the way to go. And maybe we could have a conversation about starting to save a little bit of money every week or every month. So the signposting is very important and something that we're quite proud of. And we also offer an opportunity to support your community as well. So, you know, if you did want to invest any money into the credit union, that money does go out to help people that need a loan. So, you know, you're doing the bit for the community. So that's the residents, and then moving on to employers. So what we also do is we help employers of Stockport. We do a payroll scheme for employees. So we currently work with Stockport Council, Stepping Hill, Stockport Homes, Borough Care, Nexperia. We've got quite a big list of organisations that are signed up to our payroll scheme. And basically it's a staff wellbeing salary deduction scheme, and it's free of charge, so we don't charge the organisations to be part of that. And obviously the benefit of that is we're offering the members of staff an alternative to payday lending. So we do have a big problem with payday loans. We encourage savings. So, I mean, I know myself, I use the salary deduction service at the credit union and save for Christmas. When it goes out of your bank account before it's even gone in, because it just appears on your wage slip, you just don't seem to feel it. So it's a real good way to save. The potential to reduce employees' financial stress and absenteeism, I always struggle with that word, and it helps towards the corporate social responsibility as well. So that's a service that we offer employees to help the employers of Stockport. So what services do we offer? So just before I bring the list up, I started with a credit union last year. So I only worked for a couple of months before we was all put in lockdown. And my background, don't hate me for it, I used to work for the Royal Bank of Scotland. And as you'll know, they closed all the branches down, so I got made redundant then. Now, as it happened, I was pregnant at the time, which was quite inconvenient. So I basically took some time off work, and then my big plans of going back to the bank full time when my little girl came along all changed, and I decided that actually I wanted to just work part time, and then I started with the credit union. So coming from a banking background, I was quite surprised at the sort of service provision of the credit union, because, you know, to apply for a loan, it was like, it took 7 working days and you were filling reams of paperwork out. And actually, if you're maybe a mother with a broken washing machine and you're washing your kids' clothes in the bath and trying to dry them all, you need the money now. You can't wait 7 days, and this is why people are going to loan sharks and other lenders. So we've dramatically changed our services last year. We've put a lot of investment into making our services better. So we've now got a mobile banking app, so you can apply with your app to become a member. It's also free to become a member now. It used to be £1.20. Which we've put that in the bin. It's free of charge, and like I say, you can sign up on your mobile. We've got a member area, so we've got a brand new website that's got all up-to-date information on it. It's got a loan calculator on there, so you can see how much a loan would be, and there's a member area, so you can log in and check your balance. I've just mentioned the loan calculator. Local staff, again, I've already touched on the local staff, but I think it's a really important piece about who we are at the credit union. You know, you're speaking to local people who know your local office, and the loan applications are done on an individual basis. So we've got loan officers that literally look through the paperwork, and this is the thing that I absolutely loved when I started last year, is, you know, the loan member of staff will sit and look at the loan application, and if there's a problem or if there's something they don't understand on the application, do you know what they do? They pick the phone up and ring the customer and talk to them, and it's just something that doesn't seem to be done. They apply common sense. It's not run through a computer and we just go, decline, you've not got enough points. It's, you know, we consider every single circumstance on an individual basis. So, you know, it is really, really good. We are able to help most people. We can't help everybody because we are responsible lenders. We're governed by the FSCS, just like a bank, and we have to borrow money fairly. We can't, obviously, if you can't afford to pay the loan back, it's irresponsible lending, and we are responsible lenders. But like I say, if it is something that we can't help with, we have got local contacts where we can signpost to where you can get help. And dividend on savings, so if you do save with us, there's the potential to get a dividend. Our dividend last year was 0.8%, which quite competitive for an instant access savings account in this climate. So how can I help? So how can you help support the credit union? So the number one thing that you can do to help support us is to use your credit union. So, you know, whether that's as a saver or a lender, we're here to be used. The second thing is tell people about Stockport Credit Union. I touched on before that we were a non-for-profit organisation. We make minimal amounts. So if you think on a £300 loan, the interest is probably about £26 that we'll charge. Now that £26 has got to cover the building we're in, the gas, the electricity, the members of staff. We don't have a marketing budget. We don't have what all these big shiny high interest loan companies have, where we can be splashing what we do on billboards. We rely on social media and word of mouth. So tell people about us is a real great way to help us. Share our messages on social. So, you know, follow us on social media and share anything that you think is relevant. And then lastly, introduce us to any employer contacts. So, you know, if you know any sort of larger size employers in Stockport, send an introduction, tell them what we do and see if we can help them with the payroll. So next steps. So to find out how we can help you, or if you've got, obviously I'll take questions in a minute anyway, but my email address is there for your reference, claire.davis@stockportcu.com. Happy for you to email me anytime, happy to talk at any event. It's my job to get the word out there basically and tell people that we are here. And then we've just got our website on there as well, stockportcu.com. And that is the end. So I'm going to stop the share and obviously ask me any questions that you might have. Where's Dan gone?
Don't worry.
How about you'd left me there?
Just ask
I'll just pop up in random places.
Are you David?
I fully intend now. I've got, you know, some of us are very lucky in this time. Money is going into savings account because we're not going out and things like that. Well, it's coming up to the time where the money's going to be coming back out to be reinvested. Well, I'm telling you, it's going there. I've looked on the site.
Thank you.
So I'll become a member and then put it in. The bit that worries me, and it's not worrying from my point of view, it's from your point of view, is am I going to go in and dip in and then take it out again? And God blinking out, you know, we've lent your money out to Fred Bloggs down the road. So I shall try not to do that, but there we go. Anyway.
Thank you very much, David. That's fabulous. Just to reassure you, your money is protected up to £85,000, just like a bank. But we anticipated during COVID last year at the start of the year that people would start to withdraw the funds, which obviously we have to keep a good balance that we've got enough savings to do the lending out. We did a campaign called Friends of Stockport Credit Union. And David, this might be something that you might want to look at if you're thinking to become a member, because the Friends of Stockport Credit Union piece is somebody that might have some money in the bank account. They're not getting a lot of interest on it and they want to do some social good. So we're inviting people like that to come to us and have a friend status with the credit union. Now, luckily for us, the BBC actually picked it up. So we were on the news, which was very exciting, but we got quite a big influx of savings coming to us from the generous, amazing people of Stockport, which has left us in a great position savings wise. So our kind of what we want to do this year is say, we've got this money, come and borrow it, tell people about us. I think that's our main issue, because we've not got these big shiny marketing budgets. It's telling people we are here. Some people still don't know we even exist.
Can we just speak?
Hi, Claire.
Hiya.
I've been a member of the Stockport Credit Union for many years now, and it is a well organised and run organisation. And I've never had any problems with the thing. You know, I mean, I do put a monthly amount in, a small amount.
Thank God. I thought you was going to say you had a problem there.
Oh.
I thought, don't do that to me in front of everyone.
Our problems are long behind us now, yeah. But with it being underwritten by the financial services institution, so I mean, it's guaranteed if people are frightened of putting into the credit union, they shouldn't be, because it is underwritten at the end of the day. So it is a well organised, regulated body. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Thank you for that. It is.
Brilliant. Oh, go for it, Christine.
Claire, have you got a limit on how much you can save? You know, if somebody wants to come along and say put £2,000 in, is there a limit?
There is a limit. The maximum is 15,000.
Right. And is there a limit on what you can draw in one go?
No, we do it via bank transfer.
Right.
So yeah, you can actually either do it yourself on the member area online, or just just give us a ring and let us know. We'll do a bank transfer. You normally have to give us at least 24 hours notice just so we can obviously do it. But
So,
no.
so you say a bank transfer. What exactly do you mean by it? You don't mean a transfer to a bank?
What I mean by that, when you open your account with us, we'll ask you to nominate a bank account.
Okay.
And that account number and sort code will be on your file. So if you wish to withdraw some money, then it will transfer that to your nominated bank account where you'd like that money to go.
What happens if you haven't got a bank account? If you haven't got a bank?
Then you can do it via cash. Now, our collection points are closed at the minute due to COVID. What we can also do, which we've done over the last year, is we can pay into somebody else's bank account if obviously all the parties are happy with that. Just because obviously with the collection points being closed, we've had to put something else in place. To be fair, it's not really an issue that's come up.
No, I should imagine most people have some kind of an account.
Yeah.
But you might just get the odd person who doesn't use a bank at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I know somebody who doesn't. So
right.
okay, thank you.